Let's start with this. People yelling or raising their voices at someone with BPD is never helpful. It can immediately dysregulate our nervous systems and send us into panic or defense mode. But it's also not someone else's job to regulate us. That's our work. The healing is ours. However, when we ask someone to stop yelling, it's often not about controlling them. It's about trying to protect ourselves from an emotional spiral. And there's a difference between, hey, I need you to stop yelling, and lower your voice now. One is a boundary and the other can feel like a demand. And many of us are still working on how to communicate those things effectively. People often assume we want them to walk on eggshells around us, but that's not what we want. We want safety, consistency, and emotional honesty. Walking on eggshells around a borderline only deepens our shame and makes us feel broken or impossible to love. What helps is when people speak to us with care and calmness while holding firm and loving boundaries. BPD is uniquely painful. On one hand, it's almost always rooted in deep trauma, often from childhood. And on the other hand, we can hurt people around us. We can be reactive, we can be impulsive, we can be emotionally intense. We expect a huge amount of tolerance and compassion from others, but often struggle to offer ourselves even a fraction of that same grace. It's a cycle that can make us feel helpless and ashamed. There are moments where I need to physically remove myself from a situation to protect my peace. If I've walked away and someone chooses to follow me and escalate, that's not on me. I'm trying to regulate, I'm trying not to explode, and I deserve to be allowed space to cool down without being pursued or guilted for it. I also want to say, please don't casually diagnose yourself with BPD on social media or throw it around like a trend. This disorder is painful and exhausting and complicated. Reducing it to a vibe invalidates the real suffering people go through. Lastly, having BPD is not a free pass to say, that's just how I am, and stop trying. That mindset will keep you stuck. We can absolutely change. We can learn new ways to cope, new ways to love, new ways to connect. It takes time, therapy, DBT, and patience, but it is possible. We are not hopeless, we are not broken, but we do need to take responsibility for our healing too.